Good evening, I'm Vinny Politan. Welcome to Prime News. Great to have you with us tonight. Tonight, we're talking about baby Ayla again. It's been a while. Baby Ayla's been missing, and we haven't talked about it because there haven't been any developments. But tonight, new developments, new evidence found. It's my biggest story of the day.
A desperate search tonight in Maine.
Police say they found some items near a factory that may be linked to Ayla Reynolds.
Last seen wearing some green pajamas with white polka dots. This said Daddy's Princess. The parents and other family members and relatives, all I can say is that they are being completely cooperative at this particular time.
Who could not come out and say something? I mean, look at her. She needs to come home.
She needs to be here with us.
There are going to be more searches, and there are going to be more dives as we continue to hunt for this little girl.
A mother's worst nightmare has become more of a nightmare than anything right now.
Her father says he put her to bed only to discover her missing the next morning when he called police.
They know more than what they've told us.
Searchers have scoured several blocks surrounding Ayla's home.
I want to pick her up and I want to hold her.
All right, let me show you where all this took place. Let's take a look at the map, folks. We got the map. Got to show you where this stuff is. 1 mile away. That's where the items are found, in the water. You know they've done a lot of water searches here. What does it all mean? Are we closer to finding out what happened? Joining me tonight, Steve Rogers, retired detective lieutenant for the Nutley, New Jersey Police Department and former member of the FBI Joint Terrorism Task Force, and Pat Brown, criminal profiler. Welcome to you both. What does this mean? Let me start with you, Pat Brown. Could this be a big break? Could this answer some questions about what happened?
Yeah, Vinny, it could be really huge in the sense that clearly, in my opinion, they know what happened. They have their suspect or suspects. What they're looking for is physical evidence. And they had some blood in the house. That's one part of physical evidence, but perhaps not enough to go to court and get a to prosecute somebody and be successful. If this is clothing that belongs to Ayla, and then this can help identify where her body is after that and find out what happened to her, I think that's what they're looking for. We hope she comes home alive, but I mean, it has never looked good from the beginning.
Steve Rogers, if these items have been in the water this long, how much evidentiary value can they have? How much was lost?
Well, they'll be very, very valuable. Although they're in the water, they didn't deteriorate or break down to a point that they will not be useful to forensics experts. And let me add that the police are going to search the area around the water. There could still be some fibers left. There could be something dropped by a suspect. And I agree with Pat Brown. They probably know who did this. They're just trying to connect the dots right now.
I want you to take there again, folks, if you're connecting dots, 1 mile away from Ayla's home in the water is where the items are found. I want you to take a look at the poster for her. And this was, you know, the missing child poster. Take a look at it, folks. There you go. And there's the clothing that she was wearing. And could that be what they have found here? Could it be? The clothing that she was wearing, that would be so significant in this case. Pat Brown, you know, looking back, putting all the pieces together here, does this sound like stranger abduction or someone that knew her, if in fact these clues lead to what happened?
And this is one of these cases where stranger abduction is extremely, extremely unlikely because there were so many people in the home that no stranger in the right mind would have chosen that location to try to sneak in and grab a child out of. The father's story has never held water, and the fact that there was a substantial amount of blood where the child was staying at really concerns me, and I've never seen the police looking for anybody out there. So clearly they don't think it's a stranger homicide or a stranger abduction, so I'm going to go with the police know exactly what happened, and they just need to prove it.
Steve Rogers, I want you to take a listen to what Trista Reynolds said. Again, this is baby Ayla's mom. Really interesting what she has to say about a polygraph and some bug blood. Take a listen.
I was told that Justin had failed his lie detector and that when he was shown a picture of Bug's blood, he upped and bolted out of the police station. Why would you do that?
Bug's blood at the police station? Steve, is that some sort of normal tactic? Do you have any idea what she could possibly be talking about?
Well, based on what she's saying, I really don't know what she's talking about, but I can tell you this, that it certainly points in the direction of a person of interest, and you do eliminate kidnapping for ransom, you eliminate a whole host of things. And, Vinny, as you know, we've talked about many of these cases. Overwhelming number of times it points back right to ground zero, right to someone in the home who's familiar with the children.
Pat, I want you to take a listen to Justin DiPietro. Again, this is Ayla's father.
If there was something solid that I knew, I mean, I would be sharing that. But again, you know, I cannot go out there and speculate, and what is what a lot of people have done.
You can't comment on the blood that was around the house. Or why
again, I'm not here to answer any questions. You know, I'm just here to show my support for the community
Ayla.
that is supporting Ayla. So.
Pat, how about that? You know, not answering any specific questions. And obviously you don't have to answer any questions. But if your child's missing, I mean...
Yeah, and you know, he doesn't want to speculate, which is rather kind of sadly amuses me. It's like, you know, if I were the parent of a missing child, I'd be speculating all over the place. It could have been the handyman. It could have been these people I had an argument with. It could be, hey, if I was the guy, the mother of my child. If I was the woman, it could be the father of my child. He doesn't want to speculate, it would seem, because it wouldn't come out well what he was thinking about.
All right. Steve Rogers, Pat Brown, thank you both so much. Anything else happens, folks, we will be on it here. Baby Ayla still missing, but tonight perhaps a breakthrough.